Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gundam News. And we're starting off with a piece of hilarious witch from Mercury news. Some of you watching might be familiar with a Japanese snack called Aerial. And some of you might also be aware that in the Japanese fandom, a lot of jokes were being made about the Gundam Aerial having the same name as said snack. And well, either Gundam or the makers of Aerial caught wind of the joke and decided to make the push for a collaboration. Starting on November the 1st, buying 2 packages of Aerials will give you 1 entry to win one of the 1000 high-grade Gundam Aerials. That also comes with original stickers, a special box, and also a package of salt-flavored Aerials. And of course, we're also getting some limited edition Aerial packages. Salt-flavored Suletta, rich cheddar cheese-flavored Gyule, grilled corn-flavored Elan, and corn potage-flavored Shadik. The campaign will run until January 31st. And of course, we also got a new Witch from Mercury episode, where a few things definitely stood out to me. Apparently, you can just keep on retrying your tests, which is a very interesting possibility, especially when there's people waiting for their turn after you. Then the Earthian Spatian split is very rough, and we also got a lot of information on Chuchu. She's got a mean right hook, she can in fact wear a regular helmet, and according to the official art that was shared over at the official Twitter account, she also has her own spiked bat. Now, I'm fairly certain that that was just included as a joke, but I still want it to appear in the anime, even if it's just as like an imaginary scene. And with that new episode, we also got some cool new mech designs. There's the Delonza Soul that now has missile launchers on its back that can fire cluster missiles, and my personal favorite, the Zaward Heavy. A variant of the Zaward that comes with a really nice color scheme, has some extra armor, and now also has a beam cannon and missile launcher equipped on its backpack. The face is also different and now has what looks like Vulcan guns. And our second headline then is that a new Gundam themed car popped up, this time as part of Gundam's collaboration with Toyota City. The goal is to promote carbon neutralness, and they plan to do this in 5 different ways. And the coolest one is by taking Toyota's electric vehicle, the C Plus Pod, and wrapping it in a Zaku 2 theme. Unfortunately, it doesn't say that people will be able to buy one for themselves, but at various times, the thing will be exhibited and people can also test drive it. And who knows, if the car proves to be popular enough, maybe it will actually become commercially available. Because hey, it wouldn't be the first Gundam themed car out there. The other promotional things then are the Gundam Recycling Workshop, which we've already seen quite a few times. They're going to install Gundam manholes, which are meant to get people interested in the city's water circulation system, which I guess has something to do with carbon neutrality. They're going to show the original Gundam movie trilogy and Char's counterattack in a carbon-free cinema, which I didn't know was a thing. And the final thing then is that they're going to combine all of these into the Hello Carbon Neutral Festival on December 10th and 11th, a festival that will be held in the Toyota Eco Full Town. So then, moving on to last week Friday, when we got a lot of super deformed announcements. From the Mobile Suit Ensemble series, reservations open up for the Sazabi Marking Plus version over at P Bandai. Meaning that for 4,400 yen, 30 US, you can get this 2018 figure in March, but now with a new color scheme and more markings on it. And alongside it, the new Gundam Fin Funnel set is getting a restock for 2,200 yen, 15 US. And also from the Ensemble series, there was the Ensemble X45 Alvatore that went up for pre-order. And this thing will be releasing in April. And before I tell you the price of this set, I need you to sit down. 19,800 yen which roughly translates to 130 US. But keep in mind that the dollar prices that I'm giving here are only a direct conversion from the yen prices, which are lower than what the figure will eventually end up costing when it makes its way to the American P Bandai website, if it becomes available there. But hey, if you're a fan of the Alvatore, it's not like you have many other options, like at all. Because as far as I know, this is the only full way to get the mobile armor itself, except maybe there's like an obscure small trading figure out there that I don't know about it. So, good luck to the wallets of those who want this set. Next up then, the P Bandai Limited FW Gundam Converge Core Second Coming of the Red Comet set had its reservations opened, and the set consists of the regular Sinanju, the Sinanju Stein, and the Gira Doga Char Custom. And for 5,940 yen, 40 US, this set can be yours in March. Then the NXEdge style Hainu Gundam Tokyo Limited version will be restocked at the Tamashii Nation Store Tokyo, and the final kind SD thing is a pre-release review of the Mega Cat Project mobile suit Nyandam, where the reviewer had a lot of fun recreating famous Gundam scenes with the catified characters. I especially love what they did with the Bride Slap. Then to wrap up Friday, we got some more advanced Zeta designs, and a new 7-Eleven collaboration was unveiled. On November 5th, 5 types of coffee tumblers will be released, and the designs are all based on Gunpla boxes. So for 3,069 yen a piece, 21 US, you can get the OG Gundam, OG Char's Zaku, OG Zeong, Revive Ailstrike, or High Grade Gundam Aerial. Saturday then was a really short one. The Robot Spirits Ginn got released for 7,480 yen, 50 US, and comes with what has now kind of become its standard loadout. The Heavy Assault Machine Gun, Heavy Blade, and triple missile launchers, as well as some extra effect parts and extra hands. So moving on to Sunday, which is when we mostly got Bankore news, which I'll cover in a second, and the Witch from Mercury news that I covered in the intro. So on to Monday, where we got even more Witch from Mercury news. On that day, both the Witch from Mercury rubber keychains, as well as the 23rd lineup of the Mobile Suit Ensemble series hit Japanese Gachapon machines. The keychains are 300 yen a pop, 2 US, and consist of Suletta, Miorine, Elan, Gyul, Shadiq, Chuchu, and Nika, and the Mobile Suit Ensemble figures are 500 yen a spin, 4 US, and consist of the Aerial, Barbs, Rig Diaz, Grays, and an option set. And continuing the figure news, on this day, reservations also opened up for the Sound Warrior G3 Gundam Premium. And as to be expected, everything about this figure, except for the color scheme, is the same as the previously released RX-78-2 version. Meaning that for 3,300 yen, 22 US, you're getting a G3 Gundam that can make 4 different sounds. It's got a shield, a beam rifle, 2 dummy beam sabers, an active straight beam saber, and an active curved beam saber. And just as the premium version of the RX-78-2, this is of course also a premium Bandai Limited figure. And finally on Monday, we also got some Gunpla news. Over at the Gundam base, tomorrow, the high-grade Penelope Clear version will be releasing for 7,480 yen, 52 US, and on November 19th, the Char's Custom Zaku 2 21st Century Real-Type version will be releasing for 2,420 yen, 17 US. So a pretty big price hike for just a few extra decals, although I must admit the box art is really sweet, just as with all of the other 21st century real-type versions. Then from Gundam Side F, the RE100 Gyunei Guss's Jagd Doga special coating version will go up for pre-order on November the 3rd, and for 10,450 yen, 72 US, this very shiny machine can be yours. And lastly then, the high-grade Engage Zero got a second wave of pre-orders. Tuesday then gave us some very nice Witch from Mercury figurine news. The Figuarts Mini Suletta and Miorine are slated for an April release. They'll set you back 2,970 yen, 21 US, and they'll go up for pre-order on November the 1st, which is also when the regular Figuarts Suletta Mercury will be ready for pre-orders, and she'll also be releasing in April. But the price is of course going to be ever so slightly higher, clocking in at 7,920 yen, 55 US. And we also got the details of everything that she's coming with. 7 types of hand, the smartphone slash notebook thingy, and 5 faces. A regular one, smiling one, angry one, happy one, and flustered one. And as you can see in this picture that I took at the Tamashii Nation store Tokyo, you will be able to perfectly replicate the meme. Nice. Also included are minifigures of Suletta, both in her school uniform and pilot suit, in the size of the Robot Spirits Aerial, and in the size for the Chogokin Aerial, making for a total of 4 minifigs. So this is definitely a fully featured set. One day later then, we got another column on the Master Grade Zeta Gundam version Katoki, linked down below, and it was announced that from the 28th, a special ticket for the Moving Gundam will become available. For 3,000 yen, 21 US, you will get a one-day pass for all Tokyo and Minato Mirai lines, regular admission to the Gundam Factory Yokohama, and a 1,000 yen meal ticket for use at the Gundam Cafe there, which is around 7 US. And yesterday, 3 more limited Gunpla kits were announced. And I gotta say, they're pretty good looking. Except there's just one tiny problem with these. For the time being, they're China limited, and there are no plans for them to be released outside of China. But this does mean that Chinese fans will be able to get their hands on the Cyberized Color Master Grade Eclipse Gundam with Maneuver Striker Pack for 700 yuan, 97 US, the Cyberized Color Perfect Grade Perfect Strike Gundam with Sky Grasper for 2,520 yuan, 350 US, and the Cyberized Color Perfect Grade Exia Gundam Lightning Model plus Exia repair parts for 4,200 yuan, 582 US. And all 3 of these kits will also come with water slide decals. And last but not least, the SDW Heroes Dark Grasper Dragon was released for 770 yen, 6 US, and this intimidating SD Dragon can also be combined with the Warlock Aegis Gundam. And on the gaming front then, in Gundam Battle Operation 2, the Sinanju Stein version Zoltan joins the fight. In Gundam Breaker Mobile, the Aerial was introduced, as well as the new Armor of the Blue Planet event, and the AI pilots Kyoji Kashu DG Cells version, and Nanao Narolina. In Bonds of the Battlefield 2, the Gundam RR and Dom Cannon joined the lineup, and in UC Engage, the Penelope and Lane Aim are now available as limited gachas, as well as some login bonuses. Gundam Evolution then had quite a bit of things happen. They're celebrating the Witch from Mercury with a new icon, ornament, and 2 stamps. Some units have been balanced, and the new Blue Stinger RX-72 and Over Limit Zaku melee type skins are up for sale, as well as the Grim Reaper Pale Rider and Gold Chariot gun tank skins. Gundam Arsenal Base also had some cool news, with new promotional cards of the Aerial and Suletta being handed out at the Tamashii Nation store Tokyo starting November 18th, and yesterday, new Build Fighters cards got released. And then the 3rd paid DLC pack for SD Gundam Battle Alliance went up for sale, featuring the Extra Repair 4 and Graham, the Xi Gundam and Mafty, and the Penelope and Lane with the respective missions for each. On to this week's reading material then. There was the 10th volume of the Moon Gundam manga, the 4th volume of Gundam F91 prequel manga, the December issue of Shonen Sunday S Special, in which Gundam Aggressor is serialized, the December issue of the monthly Hobby Japan, featuring a special on how to build the high-grade Gundam Aerial, the December issue of the monthly Model Graphics, also featuring a special on the high-grade Gundam Aerial, the December issue of Gundam H, which comes with a Gundam Aerial cart for the Arsenal Base arcade game, and the November issue of Grand Jump Mucha featuring Gundam Rust Horizon. And with that, it is already time to have a look at this week's Gundam Apparel. And this week, it was only from Bancore. They kicked things off on Sunday with the Asticacia uniform pouch, available in either holder white or standard bluish green. Either will set you back 1,980 yen, 14 US, and they are currently slated for a December release, just like all other Bancore items this week. On Monday then, we got some Zeonic sweatpants up for pre-order, which can be yours for 4,180 yen, 29 US. Next up is the Mafty Mark item collection, consisting of a jacket for 13,200 yen, 90 US, and a wide tote bag for 6,050 yen, 42 US. And finally, on Thursday, reservations started for the Iron-Blooded Orphans and Order Hunt full-color t-shirts. They go for 3,850 yen each, 27 US, and the available designs are the Barbs, Rebake Full City, Flowros, Vidar, Bale, Hajiroboshi, and Marcosias. And as usual, let's wrap up this Gundam news with some polls. About 2 weeks ago, Gundam.info wanted to know which character we most closely associate with reading a book. And the overwhelming winner was Hathaway Noah, with 44.8%. And while the scene where he was reading his book was without a doubt nice, I still don't think that it holds a candle to our second place, Shiro Amada, who only got 23.5%. It's something that he does in the ending of every episode, so I feel that really should have been the iconic book reading scene. But going by the poll, I guess that's just me. And he was even close to losing his place to Orga Sabnak, who managed to get third place with 21.5%. And in last place, we have Edward Mass with only 10.1%. As for the currently ongoing one then, with the upcoming release of the Triple G, M-Machine, and Paptoma Scirocco, they wanted to know which other character from Zeta Gundam we would like to see as a Triple G figure. And the fight for the top spot is actually pretty tight, with Fall having 227 votes so far and Yazan getting 180, meaning that anything is still possible. And our two runner-up thens are Beltorchica with 98 and Lila with 30. And personally, I think that out of this list, I would prefer Lila. But if I could pick any other character that I'd want to, I would go with Mauer for the Gundam Girls generation and Bright for the Gundam Guys generation. Because I think it's criminal that Bright hasn't made an appearance yet in the Triple G lineup. So if you want to cast your vote too, the link is down below, and while you're down there, let me know which character from Zeta Gundam you would like as a Triple G figure, whether they're an option on the poll or not. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thanks to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.